Storm Watch 12 weather on News Watch 12.
Hey everybody, it's going to be a beautiful day along the Oregon coast, mid-50s for Brookings today, and generally up and down I-5 will be into the low to mid-40s, so cool but not unusually cool with some fog and low clouds in some locations. East of the Cascades will be into the upper 30s and low 40s, 28 degrees though for Crater Lake. So what are we going to be expecting for the next couple of days? So today won't be a bad day. It'll be a little bit on the cool side. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, we'll see a bit more in the way of cloud cover. We could be looking at a chance of rain for both days, but not really anything significant. In fact, the greater of the rain days will actually be on Christmas Day. I'll show you that here in a little bit. But if you're going to be traveling up and down I-5 today, you can expect some morning fog, especially in the Umpqua and the Willamette Valley this morning. But other than that, we're going to be looking at a pretty nice day, increasing clouds throughout the day. We go through Sunday morning, we'll start seeing a little bit of some rain along the Oregon coast, but this is a really weak system, and by the time it moves east of the Coast Range and into the Rogue Valley and then east of the Cascades, it really kind of wimps out. So we might get a little rain out of this particular system on Sunday. Monday, it looks like a lot more impressive system, and it will be for the Oregon coast. But once you get east of the Oregon coast, again, there won't be a whole lot of support way up in the atmosphere for the rain to really affect the Rogue Valley and east of the Cascades as well. But we'll continue with that threat of rain as we go through Christmas Day. Now you can notice most of the rain will actually be along the Oregon coast, and here into the Rogue Valley it really struggles to make it into our region. But we do have that chance of seeing some rain, but the rain amounts just won't be very much at all. So the system yesterday that gave us a little bit of rain pushes off towards the east. We have high pressure building in between. A couple of those Clipper systems move through the region, give us some rain, but more so along the Oregon coast. And that was the one that we were just kind of showing for Christmas Day. Now once we get towards Tuesday and into Wednesday of next week, that's when things really start to change. We get a very strong storm track. A lot of rain and a lot of wind is also going to be in the forecast. Now timing still a little bit on the uncertain side, but Tuesday, at least sometime in Tuesday and into Wednesday, it looks pretty rainy and windy. But then after that, we're looking pretty nice maybe to end the week. Now in terms of overall rainfall amounts for Sunday, we're going to be looking at very light amount of rain along the Oregon coast. Hardly anything makes it east of the Coast Range. Now once we go through Christmas Day, you can see those rainfall amounts really start to add up along the Oregon coast. So some decent rain along the Oregon coast, but again, east of the Cascades and into the Shasta Valley, very light amounts, if any at all. So again, it's just that slight chance of seeing some rain. Tuesday, not much of a different scenario, although a little bit of rain does make it east of the Coast Range. We could see a little bit of rain also for Tuesday, but the rain amounts really, again, ramp up along the Oregon coast. Now, once we get towards Wednesday, everyone starts to see rain, but the rain starts to really become heavy at times along the Oregon coast. Could be looking at a couple of inches between now and, say, Wednesday night. Now the big story again is going to be the winds along the Oregon coast for Christmas Day, generally between about 25 to 35 miles an hour out of the south. Once we go through the day on Tuesday, a lot of that wind's going to really start to spread all throughout the entire region. Now, in terms of how strong the wind gusts are exactly going to be, it's a little bit on the unknown side at this time, but we could be looking at the National Weather Service issuing wind advisories at this particular time, or maybe even if they get stronger, it could be a high wind watch or a high wind warning. We'll have to wait and see. But here's another description for Wednesday. Again, you can see those winds anywhere between, say, 35 to 45 miles an hour, and they could even be stronger than that. So here's your forecast for the Oregon coast. We'll be into the 50s for the next several days, warming up to about 61 on Wednesday with plenty of rain. Northern California will be into the 40s this weekend. Temperatures climb into the 50s beginning on Christmas Day. Rain shows up by Wednesday. Klamath Basin will stay into the 40s until we peak about 50 degrees on Wednesday, but you'll stay dry. Could see some freezing fog in the mornings though. For the Cascades, most of this activity will be in the form of rain, but rain should eventually change over to snow by the end of next week. And here in the Rogue Valley, 40s through Sunday. Christmas Day, it starts to warm up, although not a lot of rain until we get towards Wednesday.